Hi, Kimberly. This is your video feedback, and I'm looking at these as if I'm a first-time site visitor. I know I'm not, and but just to give you an idea of what someone would experience first coming to your site, it's much cleaner. You've really simplified it, and that makes it much easier to digest and get the idea of what you're doing. I would be a little more specific where you say cinematographer, that's strong, but Kimberly, the creator, that's not real strong. It doesn't really tell us very much, and so I would remove that. But cinematography, that really explains everything quickly, and that's important. I would, again, you simplified your background, and that's great. I would go further to simplify your font selections because you've got this display font here under production. You have a different font for your name, and then you have this font over here and this one here. You have this one, which may be the same as this, and then you have this, but you really just need two. You need one for headers, and and you have this one, and one for body copy. And this is perfect. We can read this so well, and that doesn't always happen. So that's a perfect selection. You've got great padding all the way around it. I like this. If you want, you could use this here or here. It's not super legible because of these strokes, but it's just as legible as this particular font, and I would not underline it. That makes me feel like it's a link to something. So I think you could maybe use this. You could try your name in this and use this for cinematographer, but do simplify it. This one is hard to read because the strokes are so narrow. And these have narrow strokes too, but the bulk of it are pretty thick. So just a little bit further. This works, but then only as a logo, for example, in which case I would probably center it, and it still has sort of a Western feel. I'm not sure that's what you're going for. I think the pill-shaped are the bubble shape here are somewhat dated unless you're carrying it throughout, right? And we're not doing that. I would consider bringing this navigation all the way out, and I definitely would bring this, across the full width, right? You're linked up, great. Okay. And I would bring this over to the left. That can be centered if you like. Okay, so I see two pieces. Make sure they're aligned and make sure this is centered. So you would, if you're going to use this, put it in the center and center this with it. Again, this is another font, maybe matches one for your cinematographer, but we really want to limit it. And so we have two here. If I select it, I'm looking for your asset guide. I'm looking for explanation on what your role was in that particular, all your roles, the project title, okay, and you need at least 3. I don't want more than 6, but you need at least 3, okay. Okay, so the About page, you have 2. So go into your pages and menu and delete this page. Okay, just remove it or hide it, one or the other. So when we look at your mobile, that's where simplifying is really going to be important. Okay, we're going to close all this up so that this is just your footer. Let's see, that's going to be gone. You're going to have one more, and then you're going to have your asset guide under it. If I select it, sometimes, okay, yeah, you're going to need your asset guide there. you can see this is being broken, and you can see what's happening here. So you can edit your mobile page separately and not affect your desktop. However, everything you do on your desktop will make a change in your mobile. So you can come over in your mobile and maybe adjust sizes and things like that, and it won't change what it's like necessarily on your desktop. Okay. All right, so that's where you are right now. Those are the adjustments that you're going to need to make. All right, so complete this out and make those changes. You've come a long way. You've made some changes, and you're really close, and it's much improved. All right, great job.